Hello, good day. Questmin here. Today I thought we'd talk a bit about the environment that we choose, the environment that is currently, and the space that is around us. Again, the idea comes to mind to define your space. And again, this game is a perfect representation of defining your space. We get to build our world in this game, as we do in real life. We get to choose how we define the world, how we define the space. Today we're going to be leaving the cave, in a sense. And, oh, I got a second fish, by the way. See? We have two salmon. There's the one, and there's the two. And we're going to be leaving the cave after we've done some improvements from the last episode, our last adventure into the world. We've improved our pool area. More and more, the space is being defined in the way that I see it to be. Today we're going to be doing something that is a bit risky in a Minecraft world, especially a hardcore Minecraft world. We're going to be traveling to the Nether dimension. I think when this game was originally created, it was thought that the Nether should be a space similar to a depiction of a hot and fiery place. And I think you'll see that when we enter our portal. Each door is a portal, and this one quite literally is a portal. It's the bad place. There's a lot of risk factor being here. But we can do some things to make ourselves secure. Oh! Number one being don't get caught. This material is called, let's see, magma block. And it's very useful for our building needs in the near future. So I'm going to grab a bit of it, because I hope that the next time we have to come to the Nether, we will be arriving in better circumstances. Ideally, we would love to be able to explore this castle, because it has lots of goodies for us to have and use. But right now, we cannot. We have to move on from that area because it's just too dangerous at this time. Some places are just not right. Some places have to be better prepared to explore. So, we're looking for one other building material. Hopefully we'll be able to find it. And that building material is normally quite plentiful. But right now I'm not seeing any. It's called soul sand. We can look near the shores of the lava pools. We can look a few places, but so far I haven't seen any. Sometimes you have to trust the place you will be by trusting the place you are. Again, I'm going to grab a few blocks of this. Now, it's time we talk about blocks. This game is full of them. And with each square, we have a definition. We have a defined space which we can call this material, gravel, or this material, netherrack. Each block has a definition. And I recently engaged in a conversation where someone said, "Oh, you don't want to box in yourself." And I agreed. I think it's of the utmost importance not to block yourself from doing things. However, we were talking about language at the time. And I thought that having definitions, having the right boxes so one can communicate easily is again something that is of utmost importance. We can see very clearly what's going on around us most of the time. And what that does is allows us to act with knowledge. If one does not have the appropriate knowledge, one cannot act in the way that they would choose if they had that choice. So it's important to remember why we do the things we do. Why we choose to use the words that we do. And to have precise definitions. Precisely defined definitions for the things that we choose and the things that we do. Because when we begin to talk about things that are not precisely defined, we run into many challenges and issues that potentially does not have to even be addressed. For instance, let's do a for instance, why not? When we talk about something simple, like colors, it may be simple for us because we can see colors. But for others, it may not be so simple. If one is colorblind, can we simply talk about colors? No. We need new languages. We need new words to define what we are talking about. We need definitions before we can discuss what's the difference between a primary color and otherwise. From this idea, we can maybe see why definitions and beliefs as well fall into a special category of topic. Before one can discuss a topic, the parameters of the conversation must be defined. We must have a clear definition for everything we choose to talk about. And oftentimes things of a complex nature, like say God or religion, are misrepresented or maybe misunderstood simply because of definitions. It could be the only reason that things are misunderstood, is because when we say God, it means 10 different things to 10 different people. It's almost not worth talking about something like that when not everyone is on the same page. It's like joining a book club and everyone has a different page they have to read to, and then they have to discuss a book in detail. It just doesn't make sense. So when you go about your life, please choose for yourself to define the things that are important to you and others that you may be communicating with. It is quite literally of the utmost importance that we allow ourselves to define our vision clearly. Thank you for your understanding thus far. We do have one comment from the previous video, and I'll read it now. Ants are the best. Why do people fly? It's not a good thing because it hurts the planet and therefore the trees. I hope you can help stop the planes from polluting the air. Thanks. I appreciate your comment. Thank you for leaving such a comment. I recognize that my actions do affect what goes on around me, and I do choose, when possible, to avoid air travel, personally. But not everyone has the will or the ability or the want to do such a thing. And I understand that too. But I suppose it goes down to the idea that we do what we can in life. What we are able to do, we choose to do, and we act upon what is most passionate to us at any given moment. I understand the idea of hurting the planet, but in a way I do disagree. I feel as though the planet is what it will be, and we can't really change the planet. I do feel as though we can change ourselves. We can change ourselves and do things differently if we so choose. If we choose to do things differently, everything will be different. Uh-oh. I bunged this up, fellas. should just go like that. Maybe they changed the way these work. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on this another time, I think, but thank you for your comment. I'm glad you appreciate the ants and the trees around us. They can help our planet immensely. I do appreciate the comments that my watchers do leave. So thank you for this. And I will ask at this time to please subscribe on the channel. I have not asked for this before, but if you are watching this video, please leave a subscribe and continue to enjoy my content in the future. And I leave you with this stream of running water. Questmin. Have a good day.